My name is Harpreet Singh, and I'm one of the senior success engineers here at Sky. I'm doing an active implementation. It generally looks like discussing it with our clients, new features, how to develop their applications, leveraging the existing Sky features, some features that they may want to evolve with deeper integrations. We advise them on that. On a normal day, I help with any technical issues that may arise as a first point of escalation. We also act as a team that facilitates any questions that come from our sales enablement team. If there's any customers who have questions about how to leverage our technologies, how we architect certain things, and how a feature might work on a technical deeper level, then we get brought in to have those discussions with our clients. What my favorite features from the app now are really our ability to be able to take friction out of any work process that might be. So it's not a single process, but because I work with so many deeper integrations, one of the things that is always at mind for us is how can we remove friction from a process and how can we make accessing a certain information or feature or a corporate asset as seamless as it can be. So we have done a lot of work on that. May that be, passing JWT tokens, may that be SSO tokens, may that be any kind of seamless validations and authentications. I think that is what's most central to bringing all the experiences that we serve in the application and elevate the employee's experience in using the corporate assets. One of our media industry clients who has a online ticketing kiosk, which is meant to deliver any IT related tasks. And I need to drop off my computer, I need to pick up a new one, I need peripherals or anything else like that. From those being served at a physical desk, they have moved that feature into the application with the virtual kiosk. What that does, from what we have heard, is it removes over hundreds of hours worth of tickets globally for that client in just simply ID tickets. And so that itself is an example of how we improve the utilization of that set feature. Two, we remove any friction that was from it that enhances the experience and make more people want to use it. Sky is a fast-paced workplace, and we're very much AI first and mobile first. We pay a lot of attention to accessibility. We pay attention to, market trends. We pay attention to workplace trends, and a lot of that information becomes available to the internal employees. And a lot of that is shared learning from all these large customers that we apply on ourselves. May that be in employee engagement, whether it be, employee strategy, may that be personal development, all those things that leadership considers and serves internally before we go out and sell it to the others. And we talk the talk and walk the walk. I pretty much listen to a lot and all kinds of classical music, but my favorite is Beethoven. I listen to a lot of vinyl records, even while I'm working, that is typically what's playing in the background. That just really helps me focus and also make me just type much quicker. I'm just a very happy person, and a bit of smile is something that immediately improves my day. I generally start most of my meetings with just a couple of minutes of speaking with people, about their day, express gratitude. And that sort of is what really calms everybody down and makes sure that everybody's ready to tackle the problems as holistically as they can. In my opinion, content is everything, really. So a well-integrated organization where an employee knows where to find a certain information, what they're looking for and how to use it, that is instrumental. And that is one thing that Sky shines at. We help bring in all employee information from all of these digital applications that might be noise to some employees at certain time because sheer volume of these applications at enterprise level, as you know, and we bring all of those experiences together. We bring all of that information together into the application. And that, I think, makes it for a great integrated workplace where the employees know where can I find shared interests with the other employees, where I might go order a lunch, where's the best space that I always sit at, things like that. I think it really does elevate an employee's experience and removes friction from their how to, and they can focus on what they're trying to do. with all of the return to work policies that have now been implemented for quite some time, people are looking to measure their impact. And so people are trying to see what data that do you have available that justify us to have this digital footprint or this physical space that I have. What data can you show me? And that is something that we're hearing a lot from our customers. And our platform Skyview is something that really helps with that and brings out all of that information and serves it to the persona level. May that you be a facilities manager, could you be, a content creator, you may be, a site level lead. All of that information is captured and served in that particular manner. And those are the conversations that are most of our users and the clients are looking to have at this point. The best way I can describe is that it's becoming a lot more intentional than routine to use a workplace. A lot of the people now either work from home or go to the office in somewhat of a hybrid sort of model, right? They're going to the office, they are deciding deliberately on a particular day and planning tasks around it. May that be collaboration with their colleagues? May that be just because they have a meeting that they need to focus on an in-person meeting or a workshop or something else that is happening, an event that is taking place at the office. I think that is something that is changing very much. And because of that is changing, we're seeing a change in behavior of the employees and how they interact with both the corporate assets and the corporation itself. I think the agentic AI will, going forward, make some of the processes that a user has to do that don't really require physical intervention. For example, rather than you having to go book a space that you may like on a certain day and order food for you at lunch or anything like that, with agentic AI, I see in the future that if you know on a certain day that you're going into the office or the system does, when you book one thing, like say you book a desk because you're going to the office, it knows that you've booked the desk for this long. But it now knows you're going to need a parking spot because historically you have used it. It also knows what are your recommendations for where you have eaten the most in the past. And it'll make suggestions based on, hey, because you're going into the office, would you want this? Would you want this as well? And hopefully we can get to a place where all of that can be automated for the employee. We just need to know. I'm always learning new technologies. And to cite Warren Buffett, I would say if you're not spending 1 hour a day learning, you're being irresponsible. So that is definitely something that I always make time for, may that be in the morning or before I go to bed. I always spend time learning a new thing, particularly in tech.